folks, welcome back to Pop Retro. You can find me on social media at Pop Retro 1 on Instagram and Twitter, now known as X. You can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/PopRetro1. So, man, I gotta tell you, for the last 6 months, I have been in utter pain because of a tooth. I've had, like, my back bottom tooth has been hurting since like April, and just sort of this intermittent pain. And I stayed away from biting down on it because it hurts so much. And my dentist advised me, after seeing him a couple times during that time span, that it's just, it may be irritated because it, you know, he did x-rays and stuff and it wasn't broken and it didn't have any cracks or anything like that in it. And so he thought that if it's not in too much pain, I can just, you know, wait it out, and it could take up to a year to work itself out, I guess. And so I agreed to that because it wasn't killing me. But man, about 2 weeks ago, boom, it just lit up like a firework. And I spent about it was like a 3-day weekend that I couldn't get into a dentist because my dentist was gone. Their office was closed on Friday. It was closed on the next Monday. I called emergency lines. I got some antibiotics, and I lived through it to fight another day. And last week, I finally got a root canal done, and it's kind of finally starting to heal up and feel better now. I only bring this up because I haven't done as many videos, as many reviews and such lately, because it's been a constant pain on my mouth. And sometimes on days when I felt like doing a review video or something, I would just decide to just watch a movie instead and not do any videos because it was painful. I was in too much pain, and it would come back when I least wanted it to. And of course, when it comes to review, I did throw in some haul videos over the past 6 months here and there, which you've seen if you've been subscribed to the channel. And but for reviews, I haven't done very many because I like to put a little more time into them. I like to do a little more research, throw up some screenshots from the movie or TV show or whatever it is that I'm reviewing. And man, it just seemed daunting, you know, when your mouth is in pain. So anyhow, that is just a precursor to, I mean, there are some people, I imagine, that do not get toothaches. One would be Superman. The other, I assume, that probably has never had a toothache in his life would be He-Man. And that is the subject of this video. Actually, I'm just unboxing this, a physical media release of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Now, this is not the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe that you and I grew up with if you're a Gen Xer like I am, a late Gen Xer. In fact, it's the 40th anniversary of the original He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon by Filmation. It premiered in September, I think, of 1983. So that was 40 years ago. Can you believe that? I'm going to do an anniversary special video for the anniversary of the He-Man cartoon coming up soon, before the year's over, before 2023 is over, to keep it at 40 years. So stay tuned for that. Now this new He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, released on physical media on DVD by Mill Creek Entertainment. This is the computer animated series that streamed on Netflix for 3 seasons between 2021 and 2022. Now, some of you may remember all the hype about Kevin Smith produced a new He-Man series called Masters of the Universe Revelation that also came out in 2021 for like 10 episodes, 1 season. It hasn't come back, although I saw a trailer recently, so I think there is going to be a second season of that. Well, this was released sort of alongside it as sort of a more child-friendly version of what Revelation was. So this is more of a kid-friendly iteration of Masters of the Universe and the He-Man saga. Now, I watched Revelation when it came out. I don't have Netflix. I watched it with at my sister's house, my sister and her husband and my nephew, because my little nephew spent many nights here. And we watched a lot of the old cartoons I grew up with when he was younger, and he loved He-Man. So it was a big deal watching Revelation, this new He-Man show that came out. So that was fun to give that a watch. But This had come out as well a couple months later, and I think we watched Revelation a couple months after it came out. And so this was already out on Netflix as well when we watched it. So when we were done watching Revelation, we put this on, and I don't really remember much about it other than it was just completely different than what we had just watched from Revelation. And of course, it's that, I don't know, 3D looking computer animation style looking thing. And we sort of just had it on in the background just to check it out as sort of background noise while we just chit-chatted and I continued my visit at my sister's house. So in other words, we weren't really paying attention to it. So I can't remember if I really would have liked it watching it all the way through or not or whatever. Nonetheless, we have a physical media release of this, and that's kind of cool. It's cool that to see something like this. Critics seem to like it. It got an 80% positive score on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that I care about that because I don't, but some of you may. And so 80% is a high score on Rotten Tomatoes by their certified review staff. So did you watch this new He-Man and the Masters of the Universe from 2021? And if you did, leave a comment and let me know what you thought of it. And even if you didn't like it, maybe you watched it with your kids. Maybe your kid liked it because maybe that's what it's for. So let's go ahead and dig into this package from Mill Creek Entertainment and see what it looks like. See what we got in here. So let's do this. Take off this shrink wrap. Show you it on camera. It's kind of like the power sword right there. He-Man's power sword. All right, take that off. All right, we're good to go there. There's a look without the shrink wrap, so you get a little less glare. There's a little closer look at that artwork on the front. You can see He-Man, I see Orko down there on the bottom, Battle Cat. Skeletor up there at the top. Who was that? Evelyn up there. Beastman down there. Okay, there's a look at the back art. He-Man squaring off against Skeletor. No special features, it looks like. Video 185 to 1 anamorphic widescreen, Dolby Audio 2.0, and there are English SDH subtitles. So if you need subtitles, this release comes with it. Rated TV Y7. So obviously suitable for children, at least according to the powers that be. All right, let's take the slip cover off. This is a slip cover. It's on pretty tight. All right, we got the same art on the actual case. And a look at the inside. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 discs, and they come all stacked one on top of the other on a spindle, you know, which Mill Creek has done with a lot of their releases. Reversible art. No, there's no reversible art on this. I'm going to take these discs out just real quick because it looks like they have art on each disc. So let's take a look. There's, what is this? Season 1, Disc 1. Season 2, Season 1, Disc 2. Season 2. All of Season 2 on this disc. And Season 3. All of Season 3 on that disc. So Season 1, I'm guessing, was a little longer, had a few more episodes than Seasons 2 and 3. Both Seasons 2 and 3 streamed in 2022. Season 1 was in 2021, so there you go. Stick those back in. Close that baby back up. I'll do a proper review on this series later on after I get a chance to watch it all the way through and see what I actually feel about it when it's not just background noise. So there you have it, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe 2021 series. Now the other series was just called Masters of the Universe Revelation. It did not say He-Man at the beginning of the title, which was appropriate if you watched it because really didn't have a lot to do with He-Man in those 10 episodes. You didn't see a lot of He-Man. So He-Man and the Masters of the Universe from Mill Creek Entertainment. I'll put a link to purchase if you want to grab this down in the description of this video. Thanks for joining me, and I really do hope now that I'm feeling better to be back with more haul videos and even more reviews coming up soon. I will see you then.